9-10 line to gain complete.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is ARIS versus OHBOY. Where are we at now? We are at the winners bracket. Well, there's no losers bracket, so we're just at match 2.2. And ARIS has with them a Delny, a Marceau with Honore, Ragnar with Jersey Mike, a Daring with Dunkirk, a Svea with Jersey Mike, a Moskva, a Napoli, and a Colombo with Cincinnati, unique upgrade, and a St. Vincent with, I think that's Dunkirk. What do we have to the south, Puddin'?
The south, we have a Ledgemont Gearing with torpedoes for module and smoke. Like, it's just kind of built all around. A Marceau and a Marceau. One is the 3-point skill, the other one's the 4-point skill. I don't know them because I don't play the Frenchies much.
So Janir's got range, and Tom's got closer reload.
Ledgemont Des Moines, a Ledgemont Colombo. All of that is heading over to Apples. I hope everybody's sitting down for this, but a Moskva is going to park behind B in Ledgemont at Moskva Island. Going over to Chocolate is Ledgemont Des Moines, a Daring, which is Pew Pew build, and Ledgemont Colombo.
That's right. Now, we caught OHBOY yesterday defeat Moyai in a reverse sweep, winning 2 games in a row after losing the first battle against Moyai. They are EU's number 8 seed, and as a reminder, ARIS is Asia's number 1 seed.
Interesting. This looks like it could turn into a toilet bowl situation.
It typically
seeing, you know what I find interesting? We're seeing a little bit more Downleys involved in KOTS this go around.
Yeah, I think people are starting to warm up a little bit to the to what that ship brings to the table.
I miss old Kaba. Like, I would love to see Wargaming give Kaba its range back. Like, it's been so long. Like, it got nerfed when it needed to get nerfed. Now it's just neutered. Like, the Ledgemont's not enough.
No, it needs to get its old rudder back too, frankly, but whatever.
I could see letting it be with the rudder, right? Like, let's bring it back slowly. Like, let's, not overtune something, just tune it up slowly. Because people like to hear the word buff, not nerf. So if you buff it very slowly to where you get it to where it's at a very balanced state, people are going to be like, it's still buffed. Like, no, it's actually just balanced now.
I like that there's a very aggressive movement by ARIS here. Look at this Marceau coming in, figuring, well, they can just get the C cap just fine. And Tenchi War now kind of caught out at D cap. What he thought was going to be just a quick and easy cap is going to turn out to be, oh my god, I'm detected and people are shooting at me. Now this is Ragnar radar, so it doesn't last forever. But still, Tenchi's trying to be careful, dodge shells. He's trying to keep anything that could be in the middle of C from having an angle on him, but now, we saw this same thing I was talking about earlier. If I zoom back out here, and we can see on the minimap, because of the cap placement, the team that owns C and D can just chill and have interior lines. The team that owns A and B has a much more difficult time trying to get in through that. So, based off this early deployment, I gotta say, ARIS is going to be the favorite to win, just because of the idea that they are going to probably get the C and D cap. Probably.
See, this only works if you also get the pick. Right? Like, if they don't get this Daring or Des Moines off the board, OHBOY has got the time to whittle something down on the outskirts to be like, now you have to come out. We don't have to come in.
Yes. So
right.
And that's the key. This is the key right here. Balance Department's not going to leave this island. That's his rock, and he will die on his rock. Right? Tenchi War is going to screw around in his daring and try to make something happen. But the big question is, how quickly can ARIS deal with one or both of these ships? Meanwhile, OHBOY moves the Marceaus south of the B cap. They've spotted the Svea. Torpedoes coming in on the daring. He's got Hydro.
Colombo and St. Vincent are finally taking shots in on each other.
Yeah, and that gets them both detected. So OHBOY now knows that both battleships are over there. Shells just fall short of Balance Department's Des Moines. Now, typically in competitive, in KOTS, when you see two battleships, that tells you that is the core of their push. So OHBOY knows for sure that's what ARIS is trying to do. They want to win the C and D cap. I'm sure they knew that earlier, but this confirms it. Balance Department radars, but that's not going to prevent ARIS from grabbing the D cap.
No, but we'll get them some shots in on the Ragnar, and luckily the Marcel's were moving because of the Siva. Actually, do get the resets.
Yep. Yep. Forces Yichu's daring off of the D cap.
Oof.
Big kill. Big kill.
And right there, that's the pick. Like, all OHBOY has to do now is come and get B cap. They can afford to give up D cap and start whittling something else away in hopes that you can get rid of it before you lose Balance Department. Right? Because they're going to have to make the move. And ironically, the move would be get rid of Balance Department because he's surrounded.
ARIS has to do that, but if you look at the Colombo, he's turned around.
Well, maybe he's pulled over and asked for directions to the New World.
It's a possibility.
But I mean, OHBOY's actually OHBOY's doing a really nice job so far on keeping donuts.
They're making it very difficult for ARIS, and the fact that the Colombo has changed position and the Svea is changing too, they're both moving to try to stop the OHBOY push, because obviously La La La's Moskva is kind of in a bad spot once these guys wrap around to the north.
I kind of like OHBOY going, nah, we're not going to let you live, Napoli. We've seen a Napoli survive too much to come back to bite people in the butt. We're going to kill you.
This is
We're going
absolutely
to get you
smart.
And get rid of you.
Bado has to be careful, though, because he's got to know Napoli torpedoes are probably coming. He'll be fine. He's got engine boost on.
Why do you bring engine boost? You know defensive AA is the proper call.
Meanwhile, Titan takes a Svea torpedo, forced to DCP. Both Marceaus now grab the easy cap at B.
Napoli tried to get off the border. Colombo said, nope, you get back on there.
That's right. You get back on there and slow down.
Make my follow-up shots easier, please.
Yep.
No, I mean, like, ironically, like, I've said this even in clan battles, like, you do whatever you need to survive. If you need a border hump, you border hump like you've never border humped before. Right? Most players don't know how to hit things on a border. These guys do.
Yep.
Right? So it doesn't matter. Like, okay, fine, we'll force you on the border because it kills your movement. One of these days will actually do damage to him, though, too.
Sphere radar is up.
See, I don't know why he's shooting AP at him.
I don't know either. Okay, he switched.
Yeah. One too many times with the AP for my liking. right? Like you know he's going to do the best border humping he can, and now he's in the pickle of, well,
Dying?
right, of literally having to turn to get off the border, right? And this is what I'm saying. Like these guys, fine, we'll force you on the border because you're literally going to come to a stop, and then you're just an easy pick.
Yep. Well, that's 2 kills now for Team OHBOY.
While that's going on, guess who still controls donuts?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, Colombo has made another turn.
Yep, he decided to go back into it after all. So, okay.
Well, I guess he turned around at the Bahamas, is making his way to Florida. Now, the only bad thing with sending up this Colombo with the Des Moines, Moskva can kind of just move forward,
Mm-hmm.
But I would have liked to seen a little bit more separation with the Colombo, but like, it's not like, oh boys, Moskva to the south can't just shoot him. Like, what does La 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 want to do? Get shot at by 3 people or 1 person?
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, the answer for him is to get shot at by 3 people or 3 people. Because even the Marceaus are going to start popping off on him eventually.
Big hit on the Svea up there to the north. Another big hit on the Colombo controller kill. And some hot Colombo on Colombo action now. This is what I was expecting ARIS to do a long time ago, but for whatever reason, once they had their pieces together, they just kind of sat. I think they were expecting to get a pick on Tenchi Wars Daring, and then when that didn't happen, kind of seemed like they weren't quite sure what to do and how to react to that.
Should have just kept pushing.
I 100% agree.
All right, like the delay with this Colombo is almost a difference maker right now. Like, it doesn't matter that you kill Balance Department, right? Because OHBOY's still up a ship.
Yep.
Right, you're gonna have to get a kill on the Colombo also, but guess what's gonna happen while that's going on? You're gonna lose your Siva and Moskva.
You got it.
So
Here we go. Finally, the deep water torpedoes, which nope, they finally get him, but Daring dies in order to do that. ARIS basically sold the farm to kill 1 ship.
not the best time for the trade either.
No.
Well,
It was basically, we're going to get you with the torps, or we're going to get you with the main battery. Steel Shadow makes Inky to try to save some time to get his heal back up.
kinda needs it.
Yeah. Look at all these guess shots coming in, though. Makes perfect sense.
I mean, you have to. Oh, now he spotted because he shot all the Colombo. OHBOY's Colombo just got to survive this round.
Oh.
And he doesn't.
And he doesn't.
If I was a Daring, I'd almost open up here. You have a smoke.
Yeah.
His DCP, well, I mean, was down. So like you would get the sticky fire. Your torpedoes miss.
Hey, we haven't talked about the craziness up to the north. La 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 is alive still in his Moskva. Look at that. He just said, I'm going to walk forward.
Well, that's because, I mean, if you think about it, like, OHBOY's Moskva has been shooting the Colombo. Right? So they're calling that out, which tells La La La, just go forward.
Yep.
Right. But, I mean, the problem's now going to be the Colombo's got to force La 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 in. Well, never mind.
Never mind. La 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 stopped, and I don't know. I think he got underwater featured. He probably got underwater featured.
It's that, but I do believe that Des Moines did turn. Like, okay, you want to play Ring Around the Rosie? Fine. We still have our Des Moines to the north.
Hey, either way, it's still impressive that he lived as long as he did.
Oh, exactly. Oh boy is now flipping B cap. Well, somebody's finally getting B cap.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what I mean. ARIS has got to come out now, and because it's taken them so long to come out, OHBOY's in the position just to defend B.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Nobody has to travel anymore because, well, they already done traveled.
Exactly. 2 minutes to go. So the idea of capping the CD side, okay, it makes sense. We've seen it work before. But in order for it to work, you actually have to get it. And it just took ARIS way too long to get to this point.
It's when, even if OHBOY loses Moscow here, they're still up ships.
Mm-hmm.
They've been running points longer. Like, it's under a minute for them to win it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be quite frank with you. Good luck with the Marceau St. Vincent really burning out a Moscow.
Yep.
Like, the St. Vincent actually has to do some serious damage with just the shells, not just fire. Here comes the salvo in from St. Vincent to Moscow.
Reunited will be fine. Look at him popping that radar just to make sure that nothing is in his range. 20 seconds to go till when you might as well use it. Same thing with the Des Moines up. This is smart. This is smart play. Use your consumables. Just make damn sure you can't get killed.
Right. I mean, this tells them that there's no chance of torpedoes coming at you.
You know what it tells them? All right, guys, time to take a break. Get ready to go refill your waters, hit the bathroom, etc., and let's get set up for Game 2. That's what it tells them.
That was Game 1?
This is Game 1.
Wow, that was actually a very intense Game 1, if you ask me.
It was a very intense Game 1. All right, y'all. Let's go back to port. I got to get Stream Raiders going. We'll run a commercial break in a moment. But first, let's take a quick look at the bracket and see if there's anything that we can see. Nothing other than TSYMQ, which started actually kind of close to on time. They have one win over Tivat. Tivat was China's number 1. TSYMQ, I thought, was China's number 2. Let's see.
Wait.
Yeah.
The EU finals hasn't started yet? I mean, TW... TWA versus Rain? I mean, let's face facts. This is just a rehash of actual EU finals, is it not?
Yep. Moai Resin hasn't started yet, so if they go to a Game 3, there's a good chance that everyone's going to pile in there. We'll see.
Well, I mean, TWA hasn't started yet either.
Oh, they just started, supposedly, unless you've gotten into the game to verify. But their start time, I thought, was 10:40.
Well, I forget there's a 5-minute delay.
It's okay. All right. So, chat, we're going to do a commercial break to get that out of the way for you. Expect 5 to 10 minutes of a break time right now. Okay? Thank you again for tuning in. All right. Every time I run the commercial break, I think of other things I want to say.
Sam, there's people here that running an ad blocker, I mean sub.
For those of you who are running an ad blocker, I understand. I will say you are hurting whatever streamer you're watching at the time, whether that's me or somebody else. Because as Puddin likes to say, if you sit through ads, you are taking money away from Twitch. Twitch has already made the money selling the ad space. So basically, you sitting there watching the ads is forcing Twitch to essentially pay streamers, myself, Puddin, whoever else is streaming. The there's a reason why I run YouTube at the same time, so that if you get stuck watching an ad break on Twitch, you can always flip over to YouTube. Also, as you guys can tell, I am very, very sensitive to running commercial breaks during games, and I do as good of a job as I can to avoid all of that. So that's my piece. It's up to you what you want to do with that. As far as people that subbed, thank you. And the people who are watching with, what is it, Turbo? That's cool too. Finally, I want to mention to you guys, a week from today, the day after King of the Sea Internationals concludes, is my normal Sunday stream. From 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central, I will be giving away on that stream $200 worth of wargaming stuff. I've got 4 or 5 ships that we're going to be giving away. This is because our team in Team League reached 4th place, but because 3rd place was a wargaming team, I get to give away their prizes in their name. So big thanks to Blood Minister for letting that happen. So we'll be giving away $200 worth of stuff a week from today. These are all things that are the regular variant of black ships. I'm doing that on purpose. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I know some of you may have, rolled the dice, if you will, on Black Friday containers, even the free ones that you can get in the event pass, and perhaps you picked up a black ship, right? So now there's a good chance for you to get the regular version of that. If you get the regular version of it, you get a mission for, I believe it's 2,500 doubloons. So, really good opportunity for you to get some doubloons back in the game, which then you can use for containers if you want. Maybe you can get another ship out of the deal. I don't know. But it'll be fun. So we're doing that a week from today. So that's the 17th, okay? And then on the 24th, I'm going to be giving away $250 worth of ships, okay? And that's for my birthday, which is in February, but I was traveling, so I'm counting it this time around. So a week from today, I'll be giving away on this channel a Sims, a Loyang, a Mines, a Choklov, and a Tirpitz. I try to give away one of each class that's got a black variant. A week from that is the $250 giveaway. That will be an Ohotnik, a Dunkirk, an Atlanta, a Cossack, an Otago, a Kaga, and an Alabama. Wouldn't any of those on that list tickle your fancy?
No, I think I got them all. And when it comes to the black variants, I don't really care.
Because you already have the regular ship, it performs the same way,
Yeah.
so why do you need the black version? Fair.
Yeah, if I pull it out of the crate, great. If not, whatever. Like my life will be exactly the same.
Yep. Let me just make sure I have the ships correct. Sims, Loyang, Mines, Choklov, Tirpitz, yes. And then the next one, Ohotnik, Dunkirk, Atlanta, Cossack, Otago, Kaga, and Bama, yes. So of those lists, which ships would you recommend a new player play with? Or maybe not new, but like new enough to not have the ships, but experienced enough to be able to play them okay. You know what I'm saying?
What are my choices again?
Tirpitz, Choklov, Mines, Loyang, Sims, Alabama, Kaga, Otago, Cossack, Atlanta, Dunkirk, Ohotnik.
Tirpitz, Bama.
Alabama. And why the Alabama?
Well, I mean, Tirpitz or the Bama, just because they're the Tier 8 battleships.
Okay.
Because you'll get enough Tier 10 games to where you can learn how high tiers play.
Okay.
You could bring it into ops now
Mm-hmm.
and like farm for credits and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They are the premium ships, so like you could slap any captain in it. Like I guess it's
Yep.
true for all of them, but
All of them are premiums, correct?
just because they're the Tier 8 battleships, a little bit more forgiveness.
Okay.
Mains,
I'm going to have to cut you off, unfortunately, because both teams are writing up. We're going to go to the map intro scene right now. We'll talk about this more later. Chat, which ship would you be looking for? Tirpitz, Choklov, Mines, Loyang, Sims, Bama, Kaga, Otago, Cossack, Atlanta, Dunkirk, Ohotnik.
Amidst the treacherous silence and turbulent waters of the South Pacific lies an archipelago that will soon become the stage for an epic confrontation between enemy fleets. These scenic islands will reverberate with the clashing of steel and the roar of naval artillery that can only be matched by the volcano that looms over the area. This is Hotspot. Hotspot is a 48 by 48 kilometer
having them the delay for me to go through a list of ships nobody cares about in this game right now.
All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. This is ARIS versus OHBOY, Game 2. ARIS, the #1 Asia team, lost the game to EU's #8 team. This is a best of 3. There is no losers bracket in King of the Sea Internationals. Whoever wins this moves on. Whoever loses is done for the tournament. ARIS brings a Ragnar, a Daring, another Ragnar, Gearing, KOTS build, of course, Svea with Jersey Mike, Moskva, unique upgrade, another Moskva unique upgrade, St. Vincent, and a Colombo unique upgrade. I don't see anything special with the builds here to talk about, so Puddin', tell us a little bit about the South.
The South, we got a Gearing, Des Moines, Moskva, Colombo, all heading to Donuts. Heading over to Bacon side, because I don't know if anyone's breaking off for chocolate. We got a Marceau, Gearing, Moskva, Des Moines, and Colombo. Colombo seems to be very popular today.
Mm-hmm. It almost feels like that unique upgrade has kind of made that ship fun, or powerful, or both.
Make Deadeye great again? I mean, bring it back?
Oh my god, can you imagine Deadeye and the unique upgrade together? Oh, disgusting pasta.
Yeah, but all you do is encourage people to sit in the back. Oh, wait! They already do that. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
I could be heard ranting about that all day, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like, the after party should just be called, is Puddin' awake and is he ranting about something?
The Puddin' Rafter Party? Rant After Party? I don't know. Anyway, Ragnar Daring going into CCAP for ARIS, whereas OHBOY is just making revolutions hard over to B. We've seen teams do this a lot on the B, or on the south spawn. They like to go like that from the south, and they don't really care much about the decap. Honestly, we've seen a lot of teams doing that, and I think maybe it's because the 2-cap layout kind of really entices teams to put a lot of assets going that direction.
Yeah. I kind of like this, though, because we've seen teams that have focused on C and D, well, they are fairly separate, still succeed. And we've seen teams go A, B, and still succeed. So it's like, you know, endless possibilities. It kind of comes down to strategy, positioning, 90% RNGs on who gets the fires.
Mm-hmm. It really does turn into that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, radar up at decap. Catches the Ragnar out. Ragnar is forced to probably turn away.
See, I would have liked them to see them do a bolder strategy of push in.
Which, OHBOY?
No, ARIS, the Ragnar, right? You would have caught somebody off guard while they were killing you, because we're rooting for Team Bravo.
While they're killing you. I'm rooting for Team ARIS because I want a game 3. Plus, they're Asia's #1 team. Let's see them be like, you know, take a game off of OHBOY at the very least.
I mean, it's Team Bravo. That's all I have to say. Like, I'm not wavering on my Team Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That way I can't be called biased in any way, shape, or form because I'm literally rooting for Team Bravo all the time, every time, no matter what. It is interesting, though, that OHBOY has committed a large force to Donuts, right? There's 4 ships here. Like, the Colombo can still kind of rotate to diminish. But they do outnumber ARIS here. Like,
Well,
it's just a matter of time before they get it.
They don't know that they outnumber ARIS here yet. That's the key.
Pretty sure they do.
No, Steel Shadow hasn't been detected. BYF's MOSFET hasn't been detected. The other Lala's MOSFET hasn't been detected, and the Gearing haven't been detected. I mean, that's a lot of ships that you just don't know where they are. Svea hasn't been detected either. That's 5 ships. Half the enemy team has not been detected yet. Now,
Right.
you can deduce through radiolocation.
Well, more importantly, you could deduce through there's nothing coming through Donuts. So they must be on the other side. Like, this is one of those things, like, and this is what happens, like, even for clan battles, you can deduce where they are by where they're not pushing.
Well, sure. But what I'm getting at is we haven't seen, they haven't, I don't feel like OHBOY has seen enough of ARIS to know where ARIS is putting all of their chips. Okay? Still, they grabbed the decap, but if you look, they're still very cautious over here, right? The Gearing is backing up to spot. Yolo Ente is staying at this island, not willing to move off of it. Oh, I love that camo. Look at the plane. That's cool.
I mean, like, OHBOY knows something's up and it's not at D because, look, their Columbos, like, started rotating how long ago?
The Colombo started... Yes.
Moskva is now reversing off of the... Like...
Which makes perfect sense. This is what you would do anyways, because you got the cap. You know it's harder to you know, lose the cap as long as they have to push into you. So Reunited is relocating. Colombo relocating. Makes perfect sense.
Right, they got the Des Moines up to that island, which is like a really strong spot at D.
Oh, well, yeah. It's a fantastic hold position. It really is. And OHBOY knows that, which frees up assets to redeploy. And come on, Colombo Moskva are not going to go north into that no man's land between C and D, right? So the only place they can go is back towards the middle or south. Matter of fact, look at controller kill. Moving south.
I do like that ARIS is keeping the daring at sea. Like, you know, we're going to maintain control of this, right? We're going to wait for the pick to potentially, like, move it.
Absolutely.
I do believe OHBOY is going to put their Moskva to the southern island at sea, like in no man's land, as you like to call it there, the island cluster.
Yeah, it's a smart position to move a Moskva, assuming he can transit this one part right here. He is at risk, okay? But because the Colombo was spotted and shooting at OHBOY's Colombo, Reunited know he's relatively safe to transit that little gap. Now, when he does that, he can make the decision to transit the next gap or not. This one is more dangerous because that island here, that sandbar airfield island is so flat, Reunited will be detected, most likely, transiting. So you can see he's slowing down, he's stopping. He wants to be over here, right? Because over here, south of this bigger island, where he's currently putting I Saw This in KOTS in motion, he has the ability to radar into sea. He doesn't know it yet, but he actually has radar range of the sea cap. Now, you saw his planes go up. ARIS's Daring saw the planes too. He knows they're Moskva planes, and based off of the way they play, he knows relatively where that Moskva is. So you can see he's already backing off, getting outside of that radar range. But he's also putting single fire torps at the spot where he expects Reunited to be. This is what top tier gaming looks like in World of Warships. This is the kind of stuff you have to be thinking about. Balance department getting slapped there by probably Dark Temple St. Vincent. Yeah.
Well, while that's going on, Des Moines Gearing for OHBOY is starting to push this Ragnar Siva.
Yeah, Reunited has moved forward, but he got detected, so he was forced to turn northward. Controller kills working his way up as well. OHBOY's on the back foot. They need another cap.
You need a cap and a pick, I believe.
At this point, that's what they're thinking. Janier, no, what are you doing? He's going to go into the cap, try to stall it. But he's going to be detected. Oops. He's going to be detected by Ragnar. So that's not going to work so well. Oh, and also Mossva radar.
OHBOY doesn't have an easy way back into any of these caps at this point.
No, and they're donating controller kills Colombo for no good reason. He's just going to go up there, be shot at, and he's going to make Inky in a second and run away. They're trying to put him into the C cap. Okay, so they put him in the C cap. He uses his smoke. It takes 38 seconds to cap. His smoke lasts for longer. Cool. As long as he doesn't get shot at and reset in the cap, he's okay.
Almost like they're just going to blind fire that smoke.
Oh no, there's a radar that could spot him in his smoke. Oh no, he got reset. The horror. The humanity.
Well,
Yo, I think we're going to a game 3.
oh, so do I. Team Bravo. Unless they start getting some kills right now.
Well, to their credit, OHBOY has moved into the A cap, or sorry, B cap. And controller kill is still spotted, but limping away. Ah, Colombo's plane going up. That's the plane of winning right there. You see that going up? That helps with his range and, more importantly, his vertical dispersion. So his shells are tighter and they don't really connect because they're long range. But it looks cool. They're trying desperately to start a fire on controller kill. Not happening.
I mean, ironically, they don't even need to get this kill. Like, they win in 1 minute.
Well, they're going to win in less than that now.
Controller's going to go down.
15 seconds. 10.
And all of this brought to you by the early cap of C.
Absolutely.
That is the importance of caps. Official wargaming blowout with literally only one ship dying. A Colombo.
ARIS did a really nice job of holding the 910 line, and essentially they were able to outpush the other side. And that's what really did it for him. So, GG's. We're going to go to game 3, everyone. Yay! Let me refresh the tournament screen to that. And TSYMQ now tied 1-1. We know ARIS.
Games today.
These are the correct. These are the final games today. After this, we're gonna try to catch probably Moyai Resin, which just started their first game. And after that's done, we'll be doing the after party, guys. We'll be hanging out for a bit for people that maybe didn't get their drop or something. Maybe you'll be able to get it by sticking around. I say maybe because Yesterday, some people complained that they couldn't get their drop. I don't understand why, because typically, as long as you've got the drop started, you're okay. If you refresh the stream or close the stream and go someplace else, though, you're screwed. So if you've started a drop, do not leave that stream. That is huge. That's very important, okay? Like I said, I will keep mine going. I've been able to keep it going now without a disruption in the stream, so it doesn't stop and restart again. So you should be able, assuming again that you started your drop progress, you should be able to get it, but we will see.
And that is why I literally have one stream going until my drops are done. Like, you just pick one stream, let it happen. There's been way too many times that these drops just collide with each other. Have you seen the numbers lately?
No. What numbers? You mean like
The ones we were discussing in DMs.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Very interesting.
Yeah.
In the meantime, y'all, I want to say thank you for choosing to be here, hang out with all of us. And I want to publicly thank M. Dragic, as well as the whole tournament organizers. They've done a really nice job, at least, of trying to keep us streamers in the loop of, you know, what's going on, when we have games, all that kind of stuff. It was huge yesterday. Not as important today because there's fewer games out there, but still very helpful to know what's going on, where and stuff. Rain taking a game off TWA. They won the first game, Puddin'.
Oh.
Will TWA come away from this tournament making zero money?
More importantly, Rain just smacked them.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a look.
I mean, typically everything happened in the last 5 minutes, but Rain just came out and just, in my opinion, from what I saw, just absolutely owned them. But luckily they're on the main page, so while we're waiting here, we can watch 15 different replays of it.
Well, I was going to say, why watch that there? Because I can put it in here. I have a scene for that. I haven't used it yet. Do I have it on my stream deck? I don't, so I'll just go there manually for right now. Scene. Where is it? It's all like in really small text, so it's kind of hard for me to read it. I got to do a commercial break anyway, so I'm going to do that now while I'm trying to find it. This is... Okay, where is it? Is it on? It's under info, not scene. Okay. Thanks, guys. Give me a sec while I change the render link to what I just downloaded. There we go. And put in... I'm going to copy the link address, so if you want to download the render yourself and look at it, you're welcome to do so.
Not really.
That's fine. So, Land of Fire. Man, imagine if TWA gets 2-0'd by Rain. Wow. And actually, they can make some money still, I think. Because I think prizes go down to the 8th team, 8th place. I think there's prizes that go all the way down to 8th place. I don't remember off the top of my head. Prize pool. 5th to 8th gets 5,000. So 5th to 8th would be this grouping here. Everybody here gets assured 5,000 US dollars. Okay. Anyway. TWA. Okay, so TWA does the very aggressive strat going down to the 9-10 line. They grab the C cap. They force Rain away from the D cap. Rain actually has a Petropavlos. We haven't seen many of those yet. Petro dies. Surprise, surprise. Harugumo almost dies. That's got to be vile. So they send the Harugumo away. Now, sending the Harugumo away is essentially effectively killing the Harugumo. Because, yes, he can't die, but he also can't... they send him up to get C cap. Okay. That allows Rain to focus down the Kaaba. Yes, they focus down the Kaaba and kill it. Who was the Kaaba? The Kaaba was Solitude. I don't know who that is. Oh, Solitude. Okay. So now you've got a Salem that's stuck in the middle of D, just getting Robocopped. There he goes. Okay, so TWA kind of overextended with that push, and Rain did a really nice job of responding to that push and reacting to it. Okay.
I think it's going to be funny. It would almost be a replay of what happened last time, right? TWA won EU, but lost finals?
Correct. 4 minutes until the next game starts. Who was in there? Yeah, that's Vile in the Gumo. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. And Rain just simply rolls it up. Very nice job, Rain, finding that gap, that exploit, and just pushing through. Would have been a good game to cast, but everybody in the world is casting it, so I'm with you. Skip it.
I mean, it's a repeat of EU finals.
Mm-hmm.
How many times can you watch EU finals in KOTS? Like last KOTS, we saw it 3 times.
Let me see if I can watch again and isolate any key players.
Because somebody had to come out of the losers bracket.
Dastard brought a Bungo. Malamu brought a Conqueror. Interesting. Who's the Salem? Oh, Kinnymod was the Salem in decap. Okay.
Yeah, Kenny's going to be a cruiser.
Yeah, Striver was the Ragnar. One of the Ragnars. Okay. So there's the there's the hard push onto the decap, getting the Ragnar to go back. Salem Schlieffen. That Schlieffen is Snackman. Yeah, that makes sense. Rain set to receive. They dive the Petro. That's Arturius's Petro. They dive that into the safe spot. The same place where the Des Moines was on Land of Fire that took forever to die. Schlieffen comes around. Okay, so the Schlieffen comes around. Snackman comes around. Arturius just reverses. And they ram. Okay. So Schlieffen takes the ram. That's a bad trade for TWA. And that leaves Kinnymod on the other side of that island. Kaaba comes around, tries to make something happen. This Kaaba is that Solitude. I love how he spelled it in such a weird way, but okay. And then he just gets gangbanged by 5 ships. 5 ships just waiting for him to overpush. Ouch. Like, they made the core mistake that we've seen so many teams make, and that's TWA. They don't make mistakes.
They're getting old.
They're getting old. I don't even know if Solitude plays the game anymore, aside from
Tournaments?
Maybe clan battles, maybe.
I gotta go Tinkle Winkle.
Yeah, and then Rain they isolate Vile. He gets stuck on the 10 line. They can't.
Oh, we're dropping.
He can't get out. It's okay. He can't get out, so he goes down. Dastard in the Bungo doesn't take the bait and die to Shimakaze torpedoes. Yeah, Rain just capitalized on TWA's mistake, and they made them pay for it. Great first game. Their second game is in progress right now, so we'll have to see what happens to that. But guys, we have a game of our own to bring you. Let's see, ARIS is on the left, so we do standard spawns. Let's go. All right, here we go. ARIS versus OHBOY. This is game 3. So whichever team wins this moves on to tomorrow's semifinals. And whoever loses this goes home with $5,000, and they're done. They don't have to play next weekend. They can take the weekend off. ARIS is bringing a Ragnar, a Marceau, another Marceau, and a Gearing. A Moskva with unique upgrade, another Moskva unique upgrade, a Des Moines unique upgrade, a Colombo unique upgrade, and a St. Vincent. ARIS is the number 1 Asian team, and they're facing OHBOY, the number 8 EU team. Puddin', tell us about them, please.
Well, they got a Marceau, Ragnar, Napoli, another Ragnar, possibly heading to Apples.
Mm-hmm.
A Ledge Colombo, Moskva, Daring. Well, I should say Colombo, Moskva parking behind B.
Yep.
Daring, Schlieffen, Des Moines. Yep, that's it. All heading up to Donut.
Remember, Libertad, one of the ships banned, so you have to bring a Schlieffen if you want the secondary madness.
Well, Schlieffen's not running the unique upgrade it doesn't have. Des Moines is, Daring is not. Like, I've kind of seen the unique upgrade Des Moines completely fall out of favor.
Mm-hmm.
With the understanding of, oh my god, concealment is king and a destroyer.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of surprised about that. Oh my god, the dog's looking at me.
Uh-oh. Now, Marceau is going to, obviously, Toth is going to get to the A-cap first. It's just faster. But you can see that the 2 Ragnars are also using their engine boost to try to keep up. So their whole idea is to get down and blitz whatever goes to A. The ironic thing is, ARIS has the same idea. They're just going to be slower. But they're also doing the double Marceau craziness that we like to see people. We typically see teams do on this map, I should say, which is they're rushing hard to the decap. What they don't know is Balance Department's Des Moines is already in radar range for them. And the Marceaus don't see anything. So if you're the Marceau, what do? Do you go into the cap at this point, or do you just go to your home cap? If you go into the cap, you're going to trigger the Des Moines radar.
Well, I don't think they spotted anything, so
No.
you have to just go to your home cap.
You have to play it safe, right?
Yeah, there's too many unknowns. Just drop your torpedoes, go to sea, and then let's wait to see what we spot.
Yep, and that's exactly what they're not even going into sea, which is interesting. Is Sicario going to try backing in?
Vincent can get it.
Yeah, St. Vincent will get the cap for free. Absolutely. It takes them time to get it. Speaking of time, OHBOY grabs the A cap quickly because of just the speed of those ships. And it takes up a couple of points. And then, look, somebody stepped on the cap because it's so freaking big. Schlieffen detected now by the Marceaus. Dark Temple takes a quick pot shot. None.
Oh, Des Moines pops his radar. Unfortunately, nobody's in its radar range.
The one down to the south does, yes.
At Apples.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense, though. He's in the smoke. He might as well pop the radar to see what he can see. They do catch the Ragnar out for a second because he opened up. So, all right. They know that there's a Des Moines in the smoke now because they can tell if I'm firing. They see the Moskva. They see the Colombo. So, at this point, OHBOY's response and reaction is, nah. You can see Toth is already on his way out, right? Janir, Bato, and the Napoli here, YOLO, are just going to probably kite away, stay on A as long as they can, force them to come after them, and essentially waste their time. What happened to Titan? He got Columboed. Steel Shadows Columbo. On the other side of the map, ARIS has decided they've declined advancing at decap. They saw the Schlieffen. They know there's a Des Moines here based off of the firing that's going on. And they can probably suss out that there's probably a destroyer somewhere around too. So they're choosing to not give battle here. Okay.
I mean, why should they? They you know, they have 2 caps to 1. You know, I know Old Boy technically owns A, but it's not producing any points, so you kind of don't have to do anything. Like, they don't even have to do anything at A. They're literally doing it. Okay, you can't get points, but we have 2 caps to your 1 point. You know, get the pick, or do something.
Well,
With that being said, Akazuki's coming under heavy fire.
Well, controller kill. Schlieffen just happens to have range with the secondaries as the radar from Des Moines is utilized. Gonna push him back. That's about it so far, as we have a Marceau versus Marceau engagement at the B cap. Note how both sides have 2 ships now remaining at the A cap. Neither really that interested in moving too far forward. So, everything's kind of frozen in time. ARIS in the lead, point gain wise. Means it's on OHBOY to find a way into this game. Balance department taking a quick couple of pot shots at Icario's Marceau.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Marceau, I think, would be the pick because you can start flipping the cap, but you definitely have a Moskva and a Colombo that can help him out. You don't know where the Ragnar went, right? Like, do you push the St. Vincent Moskva Marceau with the Schlieffen? You know?
Well, you see, I think it's kind of turning into a war of attrition, right? You've got the Moskva versus Moskva. There's a Colombo backing up both of them, but Titan is leaving, whereas Steel Shadow is staying. Forces reunited back.
I mean, the thing is, Old Boy still loses the war of attrition because ARIS got stuff first.
Yep. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make, right? Is like, Old Boy has to find a way into this game. And so, okay, if this Moskva opens up, cool. Let's take advantage of that, right? Like, get the Colombo shooting it too. They didn't do that. So, okay.
Oh, boys, Napoli could be in some serious trouble here with the Des Moines pushing in that smoke cloud.
Good catch, good catch. Yeah, we have that going with Ichu's gearing full speed ahead with smoke going and everything. YOLO trying desperately to not die, of course.
Here comes Colombo shells on a broadside cruiser, ready for the overpens.
That's sap shells.
Right, I'm still waiting. Did they hit? I was expecting something.
They did. They did. Not a ton of damage, only 6,000, but still.
Ooh, they possibly destroyed a torp tube, though. That's actually huge for a kiting ship.
They did destroy the port side torpedo tube, as well as a secondary. Ichu detected and smacked hard. But it's okay, he survives.
Ooh, Colombo finally said, okay, Mr. Streamer, you don't think I did enough damage? Here, I'll do damage this time. Well, all that's going on. Schlieffen started pushing a Moskva.
Well, like I was saying, old boy's got to find a way back in, and at a certain point, they're just going to snap their fingers and say, go. And that's what they've done. They are now going. They're going for where they think ARIS is the weakest, which is the northern side of the map. Meanwhile,
ironically, they may be right with that. Oh, Napoli goes down to Colombo, to nobody's surprise.
Yep. Meanwhile, ARIS does get that pick. More importantly, they push OHBOY off the A cap. So now OHBOY loses not only a ship, but they also lose that board position. They do push ARIS's Marceau off the B cap, so they will probably convert that cap and start getting some points as they step onto C, but Controller Kill lost an awful lot of hit points just to get to this point.
All right,
48
Moskva's still alive.
48,000 damage from a Moskva pudding.
Oof.
Dark Temple.
St. Vincent.
That was a
How
Colombo.
much damage? Like
99,601 damage from the Colombo on Dark Temple St. Vincent.
no, I meant Moskva did what, 40k to Schlieffen? Like,
Yes, 47 and change, almost 48.
I mean, like the Schlieffen, it doesn't have armor. The only thing it has is like a decent ass turtleback, but even that can just get yeeted sometimes.
Yep. Yep.
Balance department, maybe getting balanced here.
If I'm balanced department, there it is. I'm figuring I'm probably going to die, so put the radar up. Just in case. See what I can see with it.
Maybe they can trade out. That would kind of be important to get rid of the Ragnar.
Yeah, but Moskva's got shots coming in. That will
If I'm
do
gonna
it for
start
balance.
Losing balance, but Ragnar is still spotted.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually a decent hit.
Mm-hmm. But I think the big problem is OHBOY is not able to do anything about this Moskva on the other side of the island. Controller Kill Schlieffen is kind of almost combat ineffective at this point because he can't leave. He can't afford to give them the cap, but he also can't do anything about the Moskva, and his secondaries don't have range on anything.
What's funny is OHBOY's the only, like, they're ticking points because they have 2 caps to the 1, right? Like, okay, just sit there. Like, if you want to technically just keep a Moskva neutralized, just sit there. Like, ironically, you will have to play Ring Around Rosie because you don't want to just sit there because there's still a DD out there somewhere.
Well, if you look at it, the Daring is being brought in to go behind or in front of the Moskva, which I do like. If the Moskva doesn't radar and detect, which is radar is down, that frees up the Schlieffen to come around, and that allows the Daring to maybe go for some torpedoes. Oh, he shoots and is detected. That is muy bad. I don't know what Tenchi's going to try doing here, other than maybe
he's gonna
go...
fire single fire and miss them all.
Well, he's going to force YBB to slow down, right? To give Controller Kill an option to get up there. But he's got to get these torps off now. Oh!
The Colombo just saved him.
Eternal Titan with the possibly game-winning play. What the heck was that? Look at that. Look at that damage.
Moskva. I don't like you.
20k damage almost.
Let's not look at that damage. That's like, that's not damage. That's like, man, he threw the kitchen sink at him and connected.
He threw all the pasta at that wall and it all stuck.
That wasn't pasta. It was concrete.
That's right. It was,
like,
it was
"Hey,
concrete
buddy."
made to look like pasta.
Buddy, you forgot your new shoes. Here you go. Sir.
Gives a new meaning to the word al dente.
I was going to say, you didn't throw the cement. You threw the cement while the truck was still attached to it.
Now we're getting into a Marvel movie. All right.
Well, I got to have some sort of fun to keep me awake.
Hey, I'm right there with you.
And still trying to keep it family friendly, because trust me, I had way better sayings.
Meanwhile, OHBOY can clinch it for, if they can just hold on for 2.5 minutes, but Bado's Ragnar is shooting. Why? Reunited is there. Why?
I mean, maybe he's shooting to get this Gehring to shoot. Like, it's not the dumbest idea.
I guess.
But, I mean, if the Gehring's not going to be shooting, like, just stop. Just stop.
You're not Shadow.
You're not... Friction fires have not been put in this game yet, so it's not going to happen.
Eternal Titan gets whacked. Reunited down to 5,000 hit points. His heal's up in 8 seconds. I don't think he's going to get to it in time.
No. He should hydro. Oh, his hydro is running.
You
No,
know, I
he
have
gets
to-
it. He gets to it.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Oh boy needs to kill Steel very quickly.
Do you
I
get
said
this
quickly,
feeling?
guys.
You get this feeling, Puddin', like everybody in this game just suddenly realized that this is about to be it? Don't get scared
Man,
now.
Colombo just took a chunk. Both Colombos actually took chunks.
Oh, they've been slapping each other like crazy. All right, just look at all the shell. Look at all these.
Reunite is gonna go down.
Here, 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 here. Like just.
Colombo
Steel?
goes down like that. That's big because battleships are worth a lot of points, guys.
Eternal Titan's gonna go down. You got the heal off, but too late. You know. Okay, fortunately
Still,
for fortunately for Oh Boy, they can't. There's not enough room for them to throw anymore. You know, like there's just like.
Don't say that. You know what's going to happen. They're going to be, oh, no room to throw? Hold on, Mr. Streamer. I'll show you no room.
As Lala opens up with his radar, catches Tenchi out, catches Janir's Ragnar out. 1 minute, 25 seconds to go.
That's
You know
actually
what's
enough
going
time
on
for
in
the
both
Mops.
voice chats right now. You know it, right? Screaming, yelling, get this guy. Marceau's, why can't you shoot? Like all kinds of...
No, they're talking about what they're going to have for dinner. Calm, cool, collective. Right? They're not like us. In constant panic mode.
I love... Just look at this formation that Oh Boy has ended up with, right? A Schlieffen escorted by 3 destroyers. It just looks awesome.
It's almost like real life.
That's what I mean.
All
Hey, look.
we're missing is the carrier and... Yeah, the carrier.
Bato finally stopped shooting.
What?
30 seconds to go until Asia's #1 team is eliminated in this tournament.
Can a Schlieffen survive?
Oh, yeah, he can. For 10 seconds, he can.
I don't know. I've seen weirder things happen. Come on, Team Bravo, run. Thank you.
Lala's going for it. Can he explode, please?
No.
No, he just took a torpedo. Can you explode? No? Aw. Okay, well. That does it for this game.
Somebody
And
get that
this
Colombo
match.
some apple slices. Wow.
Wow, indeed. What a series as Oh Boy just gets the win. Puddin', we have to see if we can grab the last game that's probably running right now.